Well, good afternoon and greetings, travelers, and of course, all of you builders out there. It's me, Kevin C., with an echo coming from my iPad. Hold on a moment. With another chilling and building. We're hanging out, we're doing some building, we're just chilling out. Got a busy day at work tomorrow, and I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. And with that said, I do hope whatever type of day it is for you and whatever it is you might be doing, well, I hope it's going good. All right, well, we got started on our rebuild here. We'll see what happens with it. I think we're definitely in a better spot. Whoa, oh no. But now I gotta figure out all the rest. So we'll see what happens here. Well, this is me playing around. Alright, what I'm trying to figure out now is how I want to do the rest of it. So I think I'm going to band those. Then between the two we'll have the garden. Or we're going to make it one big giant building is kind of where I'm leaning. And another two separate buildings underneath this. Kind of where I'm going with it. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I think we're in a much better placement for this building. The other one, although it's cool, it didn't fit the surroundings very well. We might even go do another portion over here. Definitely gonna do something over here. I'm not exactly sure what. And then we're gonna do something down in this cave. I'm not really sure how yet. But at least we have a start on this portion here. So now I just got to figure out how to close it all off and make it work. Hey, Jovi, what is going on? Oh, I don't know about favorite, my friend. I'm not that fun. Staring at walls and throwing parts in the same spots for days. But I do appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for being here. All right. Well, we got started. All right. So I rebuilt, the main framework here through the fountain beginnings in the center. So all in all, we're not too shabby. But now I'm at one of the tricky parts, which is where do I put the next? I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to have to take a look at it, but I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put one here and then back it out to here. And that leaves us 1, 2, 3. A center point, 1, 2, 3, and I think, alright, so if I do, alright, we gotta look at the other one, unfortunately. We gotta go see what that one looks like. I try to make the walls look pretty. Yeah, T, I didn't like, so I rebuilt. I was like, no, this doesn't look right. I got to do this again. So I broke down and I moved spots. And I started rebuilding. And the art gallery will get the newer fountain, which is the round version, which I haven't done yet. It'll be new. And welcome to you. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. And we got to go over there anyway, so I'll show you what I mean. Although it was cool, but it just didn't fit. And I wanted to give you guys one of the fountains, but I wanted to do like a newer version. So I rebuilt this here, and now I gotta go take a look at my other version, which is not that far away. We could actually fly there. GT, welcome. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Whoa. Where is that? Who is that? Oh, it's a Natural History Museum. We know who that is. Where's mine that we need to now destroy? Right there. No, T, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to do a couple of small buildings. But I just, like, I was building it here, and I'm like, it doesn't look good. You know, it just did not look good. And I'm like, I can't do that. I'm like, between your and Shin's bases, I'm like, I can't, you know. Thank you. So, like, I had made, I don't know, bro, I don't know. It just, you know, I extended out here because I wanted to give you the fountain, but then I built this, and I'm like, well, shit, if I rotate this and I put it next to the water down there, you know, I think that would look a lot better, you know? So I kind of said, I got to rebuild. I mean, once it's built, it's easy. You know, decorating is pretty simple. It's just artwork, posters, and things like that. But, you know, without the structure there, you know, the structure is the main thing for me. Everything else is pretty straightforward in my mind. This was the part I wanted to, you know, make something, you know, I wanted to start a little different. All right, how many tiles do I have? Is it 3? All right, 3 full. But I did something and I changed, so it's 4 tiles between, well, 3 tiles between the shape. Okay. So it's 3 tiles between the shape. That's a decent space. So if I can do that on the other one, and that leaves us our open garden area. And then, but that's not because, no. And I just tuck this in, and then I bring this to this side instead. It still gives us the same amount of room. Oh, you're welcome to stop by, T, and whatnot. And do whatever you need to, my friend. You know, so I want to repeat this, but, you know, it didn't vibe here, T, you know what I mean? Like, see, it just didn't, I don't know. What do you think? Which area do you like better? T, do you like this one, or because I'm going to add more things over there. And look, this isn't popping in either again. Son of a gun. I would probably have to move it back. I hate when I'm this indecisive, because it's like, I could make this work, I suppose. I just think it looks better in the other spot. So I picked another site. And now I'm looking over here like, damn it. No. What do you guys think? This one, this area, or their last area? Yeah, see, I'm thinking. Now part of me is like, maybe I should have just built it down the trench. But I kind of wanted to leave that open, you know? I didn't want to cover it. I could have, though. I suppose I could have. It wouldn't have looked as. Yeah, see, it wouldn't have quite fit. I measured and it was a little too squished. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, T. Like it, you know, I really kind of was thinking that the way that this, you know, and then if I put another two small sections underneath, maybe on the side, oh, you know, and then maybe a bridge over. Nope. Bonk. Bonk. All right, let's work with. I mean, we have two sites, and I guess I could, you know, use one as an R&D, and because I got to figure out how I'm gonna get all this going too, which is not going to be easy. I mean, at least we have sort of a, you know, we have a way to deal with a lot of it, thankfully. And thankfully, I remember most of it. And then I flip this one down, upside down right here, boom, and then we get, you know, we fill in that gap. Boom, 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 then that leaves us open for and leaves a little bit of gap there too, so we have like a little bit of a lip, you know, on the other side. So it's not completely closed up, but pretty darn close. Oh, shouldn't have two of those in there. I already put one in. Aha. Well, that explains a bunch. Wait a minute. Oh yeah. And then you go there. And you go there. And then you go here. No, you don't. We deal with that in another way afterwards. Okay. And then we put our middle floor here. No, we have a two-way wall here. One here and one here, then upside down right there. Okay. Alright, we'll do the same over here just so we can know where our edge is, because I can't really come out here anymore, because if I do, there's already a tree, but I might scooch this out. We'll see. But this side, I don't know if I can make it all the way over. Yeah, see, that kills that tree. Might be able to put one here, but all right, where would that be? Because that's all right. That's where the tree was. See, now I need to see where the tree is. Why does that look so much different? That is a little bit strange. Yeah, because that's where that usually goes, right by the seam. All right, then you go here. You go up here. Oops. Wait a minute here. What happened? Why is that different? Am I in a different... Oh, I hit it. I hit the wrong wall. All right, that would make a whole lot more sense why that doesn't do what I want it to do. Like, why is that? Wait a minute, what's going on here? You're on that, right? Yes. You're in the same vein as that one. That's why we keep hitting the wrong one. I'm like, something ain't right. What is it? That's better. Stop that. Is that also sticking out the bottom? Yeah, it is. Okay, we'll deal with that afterwards. We will make a deal with you afterwards. But I think you should be okay once that goes in upside down. And that should meet up with that right about there, so that should be okay. Okay. I wish when you flipped it upside down, you know what I mean? Oh, I know, GT, I know. All right, let's see here. Okay, so that's that. You can come over here now. Or not. Alrighty, that's good. Boom, boom, boom. Let me put the windows in at the end. Or, there's also some trees here, so I'm really kind of hesitant. And even if there are, we can open it up if we have to. Not a big deal. Alright, so there's that. Alright, this needs to be split. We're going to have to figure out a whole bunch of crap for this. Well, you want to take over the building I made for you? You can take over those. All right, we're going to also do something here. Oh, I'm sorry, you trapped. There you go, bud. You shouldn't be trapped there. That's not good. Let's see how much walking room I have here. That might not be enough for... No, there's not. Damn it. Of course not. Oh, no. Yeah, no, there might be. Yeah, we can come through here. It's actually not bad. Perhaps a little underwater area might be in order. Alright, how about getting done with this first before we start doing that crap, huh? Alright. Damn it. Now comes the frickin' difficult, monotonous part. So what did I say? There was 3, right? In between. So, 1, 2, 3. I was right. So we're going to pop this here. The first one will start there. 1, 2, 3. And then that one will go there. And then you should be okay. That's a little bit tight for space, but it's not too bad. All right, here we go. Here comes the crap. Here comes the not so fun part. All right. What we're going to do for now is we're just going to drag a bunch of these around so we always have one somewhere where we can get at it. Ooh, excuse me. And we'll delete all of that crap later. But for now, we just want to have some of these kicking around because we know we're going to need them. Might as well just put a bunch of them around for now. Okay, so now we're going to drop down here. We're going to smash the rock. And I made this one all pretty. I put some plants on it, added a little bush that matched here. All right, now we do all the crap all apart. All right. So that means this is our floor. You need to come back to here. And that will leave that as kind of like a... That's where the garden is. That should start right about there. No. We can be halfway move it that way. Okay. Let's get both sides set up here. 1, 2, and 3. And 1 and 2 here. Then you'll come back. Actually, let's do that one first. And that way we can move backwards. And that way that's going to start more where I thought. Okay. All right, here we go. Catalog and guide, building parts, down to decoration, over to, down to the bottom row, over to. And now we have to remember our method. And actually, we're going to have to start that all over again because now you need to come out to here, I think. Or are you too far? Nope, that should be right. And then you're going to come out. And remember, this isn't going to be, all this crap here, too. So we'll have, plenty of space around it. This is still set up for later. I got to delete all this, build the garden, put in all the other crap. But I'm trying to get our enclosure done so that we can just, start thinking about the interiors. Oh, I don't need that there, you moron. Stop being a moron. Keep doing the, you know what, here. How about that? That way you can't make a mistake. And then this can go here. That can leave, that can leave. This can come in. And that can come in. That can leave, that can stay. That can leave. Now we're on the upper deck. So you, and you. I figured it's just easier to get this rolling now. We'll get all of our setup done. And that should have 2, yep. Plus the one in the back. Actually, yeah, plus the one in the back. All right, now let's try it. Let's see if we still have it. We do. All right, so this should be left Yep. And then I like to just kind of clear it. So I just build and delete something. Then we'll go back into the catalog. We'll do that again because we've already built it and the game knows. So we have to repeat this, unfortunately. And then this should be down. So it's left and down when you're facing it, and then right and up. We're going to pop this in the same location first, and that way we get kind of the same, because we're manually placing all this crap, so you kind of have to keep the same reference points going, right? I mean, it's not going to be perfect, and what I mean by down is the main part of the connector, the biggest part, the fat part. And that should give us our left and down, which should then give us our connection, which should be about the same as this one. And yes, we're good. Okay. And that gives us a decent amount of interior space to do, you know, like some stuff. And then we come over here, and then we come out, you know, outside pavilion maybe. Then we'll do the same thing here. And we'll have a couple other buildings from other stuff, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, as a matter of fact, T. Yeah, so that's why I was choosing these. So I'm very big on color coding. So these are white, these are gray, so I know that the white one is my halfway mark. The gray one is my standard. My gray is always my base. And then, you know, I alternate for, you know, for the other bits. Okay. Now, we can, and I'm kind of debating on just closing in like the entirety, but then maybe roof capping the two ends, keeping the central bit, you know, open, you know. But maybe encasing, I don't know. I have no idea what the hell I'm going to do. You know that. I never know what the hell I'm doing. I just hope for the best at the end. But we have, you know, I'd like to put something over here because now this isn't as nice as scenery unless you're looking at it from this angle. Straight on kind of looks like ass. That's a nice view. It's a nice picture window. I would love to do this in such a way, but I would have to build it really high. And we could cantilever, but it would be really great to have that, you know, in the window, but it's just, we're in the wrong placement for that sort of thing. You know, I mean, even from top side, you know, you have to look up. So, and that was the same over here. We had a little bit better of a chance, and that's why I picked that original plot of land, but be sure to go back and forth past your desired orientation 97 times before you place it. Yeah, I've done that before, unfortunately, quite a few times. All right, where do we have that side? Okay, so now we got to come over. All right, so we did left and up. So the fat part of the connector was facing to the left and at that marking. Then we did the same thing, turned it downwards. And you'll do your best to try and get this as lined up as possible. You can go back and forth and try to get it perfect, but it's gotten to be the point now where I'm just like, yeah, it's done. All right, so now we'll go back, catalog and guide, building parts, down to deco, over 2, down the bottom row. And now we have the worm coming over here, which is unbelievably annoying, because it never used to come out of here. Now it does all the time. All right, so now we'll come over here. We're going to go right and down. So we did in the opposite direction, in the opposite side. So the left is actually on the second. So the right is here. Try and get it as flat, parallel as you can. And see I'm lining up that edge to the brighter edge there. All right, so now we're curved in the same direction there. That's good. All right. And now we're going to go down. So I'll flatten this out first, get this lined up. And now we're going to go down. So left, wait. No. Left and down. Now we're going right and up. All right. Left and down, right and up. Right up. And we're going to lose our glitch. 3D. How you doing? How you been, my friend? Chris is back. You missed a great pow pow last Friday. Oh. I'm about to start Space Engineers on PlayStation. Was that somebody or was that just like a random ship? Well, somebody missed a red fighter there. That could have been very nice, I guess. So left and down, right and up. Right? Left down, right up. I think that's how we did it, right? Yep. All right. So this is going to require the other one, or we're going to have to halfway that one. So we're going to have to double up, do our double up. All right, so that was, oh wait, that's going to go the other way. I'm an idiot. So now that we did that one, now we'll come back that half step. The floor has been halved in order to put these next to each other like that. We'll smash the rock. And then we'll do this all over again. Ooh, pardon me. So we'll go left and down, starting with our left. See, now I would probably readjust this one. Like, I kind of like the position of this one better. Nope. Yeah, I'm going to have to redo that one. I don't like it. Oops. A little too twisted. And that's the thing. You could fumble around with all this stuff for, it might be the first one I did that is more inappropriate, and I should redo that one. But, because I don't want to spend the rest of my life doing this. And what's more important is the interior, although in my mind it's equally as important to make something neat here, because not like I'm competing, but like what they did was super cool, and I don't want mine to be all lame. Like, man, they made some cool ass shit. I don't want mine to be all crappy. See? Better. A little bit of patience, a little bit of patience. That's all it takes, my friends. What do I always say? Patience, persistence, aggravation. Yeah, true, right, T? Yeah, right. I know, with my freaking luck. All right, what did we just do? We did left, so now we got to do down, right? And I was going to tether all this stuff and figure out like a reference for my tethers and everything. But what ended up happening is, as we all know, as we draw that wire out, I ended up with a rainbow road. And not that there's anything wrong with the rainbow coloration, but not for my build. And then I tried tethering one, and every time I came in, it would be a different color every time. So this time I got a little smarter. I made my wire gray, and I didn't tether anything. So that way, when I come in, it should be, and this is still a decent amount of frickin' room. I could even get a little bit crazier, but this is more than enough room here to do, some stuff. Have a couple of floors, We'll probably do 2 floors total, but we'll get into that afterwards. I'm not worried about that now. Now I am concerned with the frame, the structure. All right, give me a sec. Got to take off my shirt. Well, my fleece. I mean, I like rainbows. Oh, no, T, please, T. No, no, no. I was thinking about having you and Shin come over and put some of your vehicles in one of them. I was like it's an art gallery. It can't be all my art. You know, I kind of wanted to start inviting a couple people over, you know, build this freaking piece of crud sandworm cutting through everything. I hate you now. I used to like you. You know, and I figured, you know, I could build a cool structure, throw a couple of neat elements in there, and then invite some people over to share some of their art too. That's kind of what I'm thinking about with the other buildings. Like, I'll have a building with like some stuff that I've done, and then I'm kind of thinking about having like you and Shin come over, do some stuff maybe that you were thinking of that you didn't get to put in your build. And then as touring it, I would be like, you know, this is so and so's, you know, piece, and but I may do that separately as well. On top of it, I might, uh, you know, build a whole building just for people to come in and throw some stuff up. You know, like I've seen people do that before. It's a great idea. You know, I'd love to be able to showcase other people's stuff. Sorry, I had to kill myself a little bit here. I walked away from my controller for a second. You know, something, you know, do something like, I really wish we could do you know what I'm saying. All right, let's get this side done. Building pots all the way down to deco over 2. But no, bro, you guys are going to put me to shame on this one. Definitely. Oh, you guys made some cool ass shit. Like, my building might be interesting and unique. You know, the fountain definitely, because it's new, but and then this is going to be down. Wait a minute. Up. Shit. Left and down, right and up. I am currently on the upper deck. So I want to do that this way. That's why, like, when you guys asked me to build here, I was like, at first I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do something as cool as some of that shit. I was like, damn it. They did some cool ass shit. You know, and it's set up nicely too. You know, it's not just a hodgepodge. It's really well done. You guys did awesome work on those things. There's so many little elements. You know, and I'm almost done with my city, which means I can start moving forward on new stuff, you know. And I felt so bad that this one sat for so long, but it's like, man, a lot of the art gallery is crap I'm making in the city, you know, and trying to find new stuff. Galactic Traveler. I know, right? What the hell? Well, thank you, my friend. You are an awesome human being, dude. Even when you get crabby about No Man's Sky, because I do understand why. Because I get that way too. Like, what the were you thinking, guys? Like, we love you and all, but man, you guys are messing some shit up. All right, sorry, I had to take my fleece off. I was getting a little too warm. So anyway, it's been weird weather, man. It was like 80 yesterday. It's like 20 degrees cooler today. It's supposed to get down to the 30s Fahrenheit tonight. Like they were saying, cover your plants. Well, yeah, it's spring. You know, this stuff does happen. But at the same time, make up your mind. Like, don't be 80, almost 90 one day and then 40 the next. That just ain't cool. And then right. So it's basically an opposite of what you're doing, right? Here with this. That's why I keep saying it. I'm hoping that if you guys want to use this, you won't go through all the BS I've had to go through. What direction is it again? You just got to be facing it, you know what I mean? And then you can experiment, obviously, like I did on the other site with different heights and shapes. Like I did one that was more vertical, you know. And I really just like, see how that's lined up here? Yeah, see, for me here, I wanted, just because I know I don't have the the time to do a bunch of little things. I was hoping to do a couple of large things like the fountain, the building itself being kind of a feature, and then, you know, some of the artwork. You know, is kind of where I was going with some of that. And that looks pretty lined up. Yep, we're pretty flush here. You know, obviously there's a little bit of, you know, but am I going to worry about that? No. What I should worry about is the upper one. All right, so we're going to redo the upper one because I don't like the way that's looking right now. And that is because here's our first one, right? So I think, yeah, now we're on the interior here. I'm going to redo that one because it's the up one. It was a little twisted. That's always the tricky, you know, when you get into the up and down play. You know, left and right, you can see there's a nice distinct reference point. But when you have to start with that reference point, get it there, then lift it, you're kind of offset, so you don't quite get the full proper angle to truly get that, you know, nice and parallel and perpendicular, whatever we want to call it, flush with everything else. But we be needing a break from the city these days, so, you know, this was perfect opportunity to work on a new structure, or, you know, a slash post old structure that we started with. You know, but also something sort of new, you know. That wasn't a circle. I couldn't do another frickin' circle as a building start, you know what I mean? I'd done too many of them. And, you know, I couldn't do another circular build, except for obviously the fountain is circular, which is different from the straight ones that we've already made. It's one of the reasons I haven't actually completed the other one at my R&D, because I didn't want to like make one and then, yeah, see, much better. Look at that. Minor adjustment. We went back in, made that much. I love doing that. I mean, that's a lot of fun. Like I dug the whole, yeah, but see, the Titan worm hunt. I wish you could go to certain planets and run into those worms nests, you know, and you randomly fight like the group of worms, like we did in the expedition. All right, so it looks like we've got one section done. Yeah, this will be nice, a little outdoor pavilion. We might even be able to close these out like I was thinking, but I think I want to do just an overall extension. Okay, so we should probably save that. That's halfway decent. Let's throw the floor in there so we can actually walk around in here if need be. We're going to have to do some finagling here and there with some other stuff. And we're also going to try and big floor this so that we can kind of save on our pieces a little bit. So we'll center this out, or I'll, you know, it's a 3x3, so we'll probably do one here. You know, we'll do a little bit of saving on our part count. You know, instead of all these floors, what we'll do is we'll do a big floor here and here at least, right? So that brings us to here. And then what we could do is, or we remeasure everything, and because that's just going to give us one here and one here. But you know, or we'd have to figure out another method, but I think that's going to be just fine, to be honest with you. And then we'll just fill in the gaps here with the same kind of floor, but but at least we'll cut out like 3, 6, 9, 18, 8, 16, 36, you know, and then we'll try to finagle something here, but I don't freaking think so. I don't think we're going to make that. All right, did we save yet? Let's go save. And the nice thing about here, even though there's a little bump, we could raise this up by the floor and bring it all the way past this. But I kind of like having that there. And if we have to, what we'll do is we will kind of bump that up a little bit. So we'll do something like this, you know, if need be, you know, make some sort of a, you know, a thing. And then hide that. But I kind of like it, you know. I wish there was a... Wait a minute. Is there? Wait a minute. There's something I should be looking at that I'm not looking at. I'm curious. Are you going to fill in my gap for me? I don't know if it would or wouldn't, but... And then we'd have to find all kinds of wacky reference material, but... Let's see what this does, anyway. And why am I doing it there? That would make 0 sense, and I'd have to find another spot for it. Because you would be in a completely different range of stuff. But let's just see what it looks like anyway. Alright, so I'd have to go the other direction, but yeah, this would fill in that gap. We're going to have to look into that. Okay, it's the same thickness. I thought it was thinner. Yeah, roaming bandits. What's going on, Wild Bear? How you doing? The baby worms are on all infested pan. Oh, really? Okay. But at least the new Sentinel ships and all that stuff is pretty killer. You know, you got to admit. You know, the new ships are freaking killer, in my opinion. They hover. They look cool. There's plenty of different, you know, variant. All right, so this should be our next one. All right, so let's go with our left. My brother's in Japan right now. I both hate him and am happy for him. Ah, son of a biscuit. Like, I know you know, he's been wanting to go since he was a kid. But I would love to go as well. It's one of my bucket list places. That in Amsterdam. Nip, nip, capital of the world. All right, and unfortunately, we gotta quit and go back, catch it again. But I found if I don't do what I just did, I always end up building a base computer. But yeah, I would love to see some, a little more, you know, and I'm surprised. I keep hearing people saying, like, oh, I'm not seeing so many players. Like, really? Because I seem to be seeing a lot of newer players, and there's still people posting. The ship hunters are ship hunting. Beeble's doing that challenge that I think he created, or at least he and Jason plays. Everybody else seems to be enjoying that. It seems fun if I were a permadeath player, and I might someday. I might actually do it. You know, you never know. You know, mean, but like anything, there's other games coming out. People need a break, but I know even when I take breaks, I always seem to come back to No Man's Sky. I have yet to find a building game, that where the pieces look as good, where you have as much freedom. People sometimes, this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, well, try another game and you'll go, oh yeah, this is much better. Left and down. Like, Beeble, I guess, isn't even streaming Space Engineers anymore, for the most part, I think. But I'm definitely curious about it. It looks neat. Although I saw it, it kind of reminded me of, oh, you're kidding me, T? I know, my brother, too. It's like, my brother's been a Godzilla fan since he was like 6 years old, right? Either a fireman, you're either into fire trucks or dinosaurs, or, when you're a kid, at that age. And my brother was definitely into dinosaurs. And, Godzilla, he saw Godzilla, and he's like, how come I can't get those here? But he's supposed to be going to the Godzilla store, like in Tokyo, because that's where he is. And he went with our sensei from Yaido, Sensei Andres. And, but he sent me a couple of pictures, but it's all been like, which I love. It's one of the reasons I would love to go to Japan is, send me all pictures of like the traditional stuff. It's like, dude, I want to see the city. Like, show me the city. Like, I'm building a city right now. I need to see that shit. I need some inspiration. So I'm waiting for that to show up. Ooh, pardon me. My goodness. All right, so it looks like actually this is the one we need to fix. So thankfully, we left all of our setup there like we should. Like a good builder should. Keep your setup till the very end, or you will cry and cry again. When things are phase deleted, or something gets deleted accidentally by a friend. I'm a poet, didn't even know it. Rhyming fool. Yeah, I get all kinds of quiet when it comes to this stuff right here. Like, this is important. The rest of it's like organic and fun. All right, now I'm feeling like I need to redo this one. Do that, I gotta do the other one to match, so. Forkenheimer. Flurbin, durbin, skirbin, gerbin, glurbin, durbin. Can get a little time consuming doing this Wish they would just open up all the parts to build everywhere, like. Son of biscuit. I haven't seen Shin around lately. Surprised he's not doing Yu-Gi-Oh! I know Shin loves the Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't seen Dark Hellboy's just been busy. Homie's always busy. New job. Doesn't leave him as much time for No Man's Sky. Son of a biscuit! What the hell? Fine, I'll do you one more time, but that's it. And then you're just staying the way you are. I don't have time to do all this. What do you mean I don't have time? I don't have a girlfriend. I'm single. I have too much damn free time. Oh, speaking of too much damn free time, next week is my birthday vacation week, where I will be taking some time off from work in order to not be there. And I do it every year anyway, because it's my week, damn it. I don't really celebrate a ton of holidays. That particular one, I do. You know what? You're going to really drive me freaking crazy here. You're staying. I don't even care. Alright, how crappy is the rest of this? Let's see here. You're a little bit up on that one. You're a little bit up on that one. So that... Sure. If I have to, I'll do it later. It's not that big a deal. Here's what we end up doing is when I end stream, I always fix the crap that I'm like, I don't care, let's just leave it. I come back later and I'm like, I can't just leave it. All right. Oh, we got to do the down. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Left and down. All right. And this is where a lot of it kind of comes into hooiness right here. You know, there's not a perfect like notch. It'd be great if we had a perfect 45, you know what I mean? I'm not a like a damn you, a snappable turn like we used to. So we used to have a snappable turn. So you turn it would go 45, right? Not snappable. What's the word I'm looking for, guys? It's not snappable. You know what I mean, though, right? Yeah, see, this is where it gets to be finicky and funky, but quite honestly, you know, it gets to be a little bit I think that just said it right there. A little bit. You know, we do what we can. All right, down, left and down. Ah! And it's always when I have it frickin', and I look at it, I'm like, yes, that's going to work. Every single time. It always happens to me. Like I get my reference finally done. I'm like, yes, we're perfect. That's exactly what we need. Shit. What did I just do? Oh, did I put it in the same frickin'? I frickin' did. Son of biscuit. Where are you? That's not right. No, that's... Oh, no, wait a minute. No, I'm an idiot. Well, we know that, but... It can get a little confusing where you are. Now we're down, right? Left and down. See, and it kind of helps because left and down, so on the left side, you're on the lower floor. Oh, you son of a biscuit. And then right, and then up, you'd be on the upper floor. Kind of how I'm thinking about it in my little tiny wee brain. But this is where all the funkiness happens, because whether or not I'm actually perpendicular, parallel, whatever the frickin' term is for what I'm trying to do here at the end of it all. So it all lines up nice and nice. Son of a biscuit! Freaking killing me here, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. And honestly, it just gets, you know, because it's a, you know, a cash pin, it just gets to be very time consuming. A lot of times I will be like, yeah, I've had enough. You son of a pain in my freaking... And that kind of crap. That really, you know... But to make something cool and different, you gotta struggle, I guess. I don't know about cool. To make something different, you gotta struggle, I guess. And again, sometimes it just gets to be where I'm like, okay, that's good enough. Like now, for example, I could redo the lower one. You know what? Fine. I'll redo the lower one. Hey, Kiwi Pirate, what's going on? Galactic Traveler. Well, it's when I was in the process of rebuilding Galactic Coffee. It's in it. Oh, I think I remember that one. Man, I could go for a good biscuit, a homemade biscuit. Last time I made biscuits, I was a kid, and it was with Bisquick. Well, Bisquick, Bisquick is actually a good thing, man. It's, all it is like baking soda, flour, baking powder, and I think some sugar and salt, maybe. It's basically the dry ingredients for everything else you need. You know what I mean? But when I was a kid, I used to make a killer Bisquick cinnamon coffee cake crumble. I made a killer chocolate chip cookie, but that was from Joy of Cooking. I used to love to freaking cook and bake and shit. I still do. It's just, as a single guy, man, going grocery shopping is a freaking nightmare. Family size this, extravagant, gigantic value pack that. It's like, I'm one guy. I can't even get through a loaf of bread, without it going moldy and stale. Like, I don't have that kind of, like, I always thought my $1 million idea was going to be, I was going to create a set of food product called Singles. I don't know if y'all remember that old movie. It was pretty cool, actually. That was a good movie. And it's like half a loaf of bread, like 2 hamburger patties. Every time I go to a freaking grocery store, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of in the mood for, hit up the grill. We got a little grill on our porch, Like, man, I can make some, I wouldn't mind making a little burgasa, for dinner. And it's like, I go to buy burgers and it's like, 8. I'm like, I can't eat 8. And I ain't going to freeze 8 because there's not enough room in my freezer. I have a roommate, I got to share that shit. And even hot dogs, like, do 2 at a time. But I'm not a big, I do those on occasion more out of nostalgia than anything else. And whenever I get hot dogs, Hebrew National. Them are the dogs of choice for me. Son of a biscuit, come on! You're starting to kill me here, huh? Well, I'd rather say son of a biscuit than the other way. One, it's a little more family friendly. Sometimes I'll say son of a pizza crust. Now I'm hungry for like biscuits and gravy, biscuits and sausage gravy. Oh my God! Oh, I would love that. Although you got to make sure you get that roux right, man. Biscuits and gravy, you make that wrong, gets all like clumpy and nasty and floury tasting. One of my ex-girlfriends was like not a very good cook. She can make chicken pretty good. All right, see, all that trouble, it's worth it. You got to kind of, granted, you got to figure out, you got to take your lumps with your whatever. I'll come back and fix that one later. I ain't dealing with that now. We got the upper part right. That shit's done. Dude, my missus does 100% of the grocery shopping. I just don't know what I'm doing. Well, yeah, I mean, I could always make brownies and shit, Cookies? Oh, chicken and dumplings, homie. Yeah. Oh, man, you got me. Now I'm starving. I got no real food in the apartment. Like I was looking at my cupboard today, like I got no food. I really need to go grocery shopping. Uh, and I'm like, all right, I got a can of like Angus chili. I got some macaroni and I got some shredded cheddar. I'm like, I could do chili mac, you know, quick, easy, a little bit of protein. Granted, who knows what that canned chili meat is? Angus toenail clippings. I don't know. Supposed to be, you know, better. Bought a lot of it for when the world goes to crap. So I'm gonna re-up on that. I like a scone. Ooh, fried hot dogs. Yeah. Yeah, like I've been single for a long time, and not that I, you know, would get another girl for the food portion of it, but it would give me an excuse to cook again. You know, like to really cook. It's you know a lot of stuff, and then you end up with a ton of leftovers that I'm gonna eat once. You know, maybe I'm not a big leftover fan. Some things, you know, if I make it, then yeah. And some things are better left over than others. You know, like some stuff you make and you're like, if you don't eat it tonight, by tomorrow it's gonna be nasty. And then there's other times where you make stuff and you're like, eat it tonight, it'll be good. Let it sit, reheat it tomorrow, and it's going to be freaking even better. Like, I almost like Chinese food the next day. More so than the day I get it. Like, from a good Chinese joint. Like, you know, we got a couple around. One of them's decent. If I want good, I got to go to another town. And then it costs me. But it's worth it. The ones in town are okay, you know. The one next town over is more authentic, not Americanized as much. All right, so what are we doing here? Where are we? We got to do both of these. All right. All right, so now we're right and up. So let's get the ups done. You know, maybe that's what I'll start doing. Just do one at a time because we're nowhere near uh, like the other part. So we do have some movement. But see, I can't move my camera now because that'll put me out of position because we have to manually rotate this, manually place it. We can't tether it. I'm sort of stuck with, you know, kind of doing it this way for now. I mean, I could figure out a tether method. The downside is it's every single time you load in, it's going to be different color sections. And you'll have to go through and manually redo them. Or if somebody visits, it's just going to be, you know, different colored, you know, strips, and it just won't look right. All right, what do I need to do here? So I'm kind of stuck dealing with this a little bit. But again, you know, you want to do something different, you got to kind of take some sacrifices along the way, you know. What I try to do is I try to do it like this, but then I'm not always sure I'm on the right, you know, distance left and right here. Like, see, this gives me better up and down view, you know, where I can see. See, that's what I mean. I'm like, yes, that's perfectly freaking parallel. Nope. Guess what? You're doing it again. And guess what? You'll probably end up with a base computer. Son of a bitch. Sorry. Yeah, I know that one came out the way it should have, but I try to be polite about it. But after the frickin' umpteenth time, it's harder and harder to be polite about it. I do get aggro every once in a while, I admit. I always know that I'm being aggro, and I always, keep it at an appropriate level. Try to, anyway. Aggro, I can't help it, when that happens, but... Oh, yeah, to make fried rice, yes, you need leftover the next day rice. A lot of times, actually, I'll order 2 pints of white rice from a Chinese restaurant or Asian restaurant, put that aside, make my own fried rice the next day or the day after. And that's how I judge a Chinese restaurant, is by their fried rice. If their fried rice sucks, the rest of their food, in my opinion, is going not to be good. Like an ice cream joint. I judge an ice cream joint based on their vanilla. If their vanilla is no good, the rest of their flavors will not be good either. In this person's humble opinion. Pizza joints, it's the crust. Apple and cinnamon dumplings. But yeah, chicken and dumplings, man, damn. That would be so good right now. I need to oh, son of a... What the hell am I doing? I'm getting really agitated here. Right and up. Oh, I know what I did. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I didn't go up. I did down, I think. I wish they would give us these back. These are original parts, man. These are OG. Like, I wish I still had my save with these. That would be awesome. Then I could just frickin' use them with all the new techniques. I love how sometimes the wire comes off like perfectly flat. And then other times it's not. Alright, so that one needs to get redone. It needs to be tilted the other way. Yeah. I agree. This is freaking boring as all can be. But it needs to get done. And then sometimes it is like, you got to redo the other one. Like, this looks pretty parallel. This looks pretty good, And then I look at this one. Yeah, there we go. There's always a slight little bit of a difference. But if you can get it to be about here where the overlap is not bad, like I can retry this one, It's your discretion on this sort of thing. For me, it's, I get a little nutty because I'm like, oh, I know if I just spend the time, it'll be better. Finding that half notch is the difficult part. Son of a bit. I'm trying to get the one where I have to turn it first because the other ones are a little easier to do. This one here, you know, because you got to turn it, not as easy. It's hard to tell. And then it could be a fight back and forth, you know. So you're like, oh, well, now I screwed that one up. So now if I want to do it again, I got to, you know, blah, blah, blah. So we'll try it again. You don't want to have too much of a difference, you know, because that way when you're putting everything else in, you might get a different peek out. And you don't want that, because then that does look bad. Most of it you can probably hide and, you know, make an excuse for why it looks that way. At least that's what I do. Oh, yeah, that's because it's this thing here, and the discombobulator works with the overdrive modulator. So that's why that looks like that. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. Gotta make sure I put that other floor panel in, otherwise it's... sort of pointless. And again, I might just do, you know, I'll probably call whatever these next ones are good. And then we'll, you know, I'll fix them later. I'll just leave these floor panels kicking around. I am looking forward to tomorrow and not at the same time. It's going to be a long-ass busy day. We got a big-ass job. Yeah, see, we're very different here. So now I'm like, all right, well, I should probably look into this then. We'll retry it one more time on that one. But see what I mean by you could go back and forth. You could be fighting with this for hours on end. So it really, if you want to do, you know, something with these, just be prepared to do a few different things. Either tether it and get it to be perfect or semi-perfect like I do with the large scale stuff. But realizing that with the way things get colored currently, you will have, you will be changing things manually. And if people go to visit you, you know, and you're not there, then it's going to look like, you know, multicolored, you know, trench coat. So this is what I'm going to consider good enough. There's a slight bit of tilt on that one. We're not, yeah, see, it's that's the difficult part, getting your rotations right. I would like a better fine-tuned rotation. It's gotten better. Yeah, it's like a carnival base. So we're going to call that fine. We're not even going to continue on that. That's similar to the rest. And the bonus is if one is one way and the other one's the opposite way, you could be all right. I always laugh when it's like, oh, so you were going on this way before, but now I need you that way. You're going to go on a completely different way. And I try to find a couple of multiple areas for reference to try to get it, you know, what I need. Now, unfortunately, if I were to try and rebuild that again, it would end up giving me a base computer. So it's just best to back out, go through this rigmarole. and do it again. Only should probably delete that there, buddy. Ah, I see why I did it. Okay, that's how I need to do it then. Gotcha. I feel you. Yeah. As we say in the trades, good enough. All right, that's not bad. Two buildings, little outdoor pavilion. Yeah, yeah. Got our outdoor fountain right here. As you come out of there, you can walk over to this. That'll be right in the middle, which will kind of hide some stuff so you don't get to see it till you're actually near it. But at the same time, yep. Now, we could potentially close off this building, via the side of this here. What the fork is going on here? Why do I feel like you're not at the... That's why. Because you keep doing this to me. Just because I don't know if I can get it out of there or not. All right, we could bring that out a little bit if we had to match this line. I'm still thinking I need a custom made window for right here. Boom, boom, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to have to custom size that. That's going to be a joy. I'm looking forward to that. No, I'm not. This is the other thing I was going to worry about, because as we're extending past here, some of this is going interior, and some of it is not. So I'm wondering actually if it would be better, instead of going all the way from there, to take from here instead. I bet you that would give us a slightly better... Yep. Because then that's a half, and that's kind of a half. Yep, that's better. And we meet in the middle. That's what we need to do. Okay, so we're going to have to do that, because then that goes to the edge of that like this one does. Yes, it does. We are more in line. That is good. I like when that happens. Come on, stop being a pain in my arse. Up. Up. Not there. There. Thank you. You shouldn't even be there anyway. All right. So that's what we got so far. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's a much better placement for this building. Much better. All right, so now what I'm thinking is we'll do some stairs down from that middle point, right? So you'll be out, you'll have the two interior buildings, boom, boom. We can actually move those over 2 by a half. So let's start that. We'll middle that floor out. Yeah, fuck that coming out there. Excuse me, I apologize. Let's middle that floor instead of, because it's kind of offset right now. So then we'll have a set of stairs coming down. Maybe we'll do a set of curved stairs on either side. Come down, meet at a platform in the middle. Then that platform will have straight garden in there somewhere. We'll come over, and then we'll have 2 small pods, but facing outwards, so that the windows, instead of facing to the left and right, will face forward. Aha! So we could do 2 little pods right there. Have that between the 2. How am I going to do that? Wait a minute. That might not work. So we're going to have to go level. Whoa, I missed a bunch of stuff here. Kiwi pie, missed the heck out of chicken and dumplings. We got that. Yep, that made me hungry. Smash. What did I miss? Had to pick up the little one. Oh, frustration, aggravation, and inspiration. You got it. They could implement slow rotation by holding a trigger or something to slow it down by 90%. Yeah. That's a good idea, back T. I tried to build a freighter ladder the other night. Discovered it came with building attached. The cash pin is awesome, but it gets tedious. Yes, it really, really does. The freighter one first would have worked. Okay, I need that. I read that wrong. Yep, didn't see that from the room. Something sounds awesome, but I don't know what I said. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think we got a good start. Now I need to... Now we need to... let's at least band this over if we can. You're not going to need to halfway you. That's what I thought. Okay. Excuse me. So what we'll do for that is we will go like that. We will go like this. Do that. Take that. Move that to here. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Move you back over to here. That gives us that. Which gives us the same appropriate there. This becomes flush here, which is actually exactly what I want. We're going to need to lower this, I think. And then we'll put our landing pad somewhere. We got to figure out where that's going to go. And then we'll head over to our other area and see what we got for that. Just so that we can kind of not get a match, but you know what I mean. Then we got to flip these over on the underside so that we have that matching. And then we got to figure out how to, yeah, this is still what we got to do over on the other side. We got to figure out how to fill in the curve. That's going to be the hard part. So now that I'm looking, the one that needs to be fixed is this one. And then over here, this one actually looks pretty darn rootin' tootin'. I mean, a little bit off, but overall, it's not too bad. And so on this one, which one needs to be fixed? This one. And then on this one, same thing. That one needs to be fixed. The other ones look relatively good. Ooh. I had nothing in mind. I'm lucky I got this in mind. But we'll get there. It always, I'll show. We'll go back over to that other area just to kind of. And we should probably save, huh? That might not be a bad idea. Oh, you're already there. That's why. Ah, that makes sense now, doesn't it? All right, that gives us a little bit of movement to kind of move around, get those blocks out of there because we don't really need them at the moment. And just so we can kind of take a brief look at what we might be encountering here. So we can kind of walk around a tad. Fight the snap points. Don't fight the snap point. Let it breathe. Let it flow freely. Eventually it will find its home. And then you see the green and you're like, damn it! You moved it out of the way right when you got it. Floor panels, generally, if you're kind of right over it, it helps. Oh yeah, that's plenty of room. This won't be here, Yeah, that's plenty of room. Oh, we got plenty of room here. Got the fountain out here. Yeah, I'm digging it. Digging it. We're getting somewhere. All right. One of the main buildings. Then we're going to have our two offshoots. So now what we need to do is we need to figure out all the rest of this crap. Let's take a look at some of our prefab glass while we're thinking about it. It might work. I don't know how I would go about it, though. See, the thing is I'd love to be able to see this. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can't see it anymore. I can't manually manipulate that because I could build it like that and then turn it, twist it, and get it to line up the way I need. Doing it like this, yeah, we got to hit the save rock, damn it. It's going to be a freaking pain. Gorkenheimer, what are we going to do? All right, we'll figure that out. All right, just for now, because it's easy and we can deal with it, We're just going to do this for now. That's right. You guys, I hate this stuff sometimes. I really do. Okay, and that one after. Then we come down to here. All right, so our top rung would be here, so that means we'd have to come down 2 floors. All right, so if I go here and here, and now we're changing up our curve, so we're going to go curving out and then curving around. So where is that going to end up? All right, so how many floors are we from here? Okay, so we are from the top of this. So that's 1 and 3, right? Okay, so that's 1 and 3 from there. Let's do a complete from the top to that. So now we're going to go down. And we're going to get shit in our way, so let's do... Slight difference in height, but we'll take it. Actually, it's not bad. No, it's accurate. Okay. Well, maybe not. Hard to tell, to be honest with you. You know, that looks right. Okay. So, 6, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 of these is a full wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3, 4. Let's do. So it'd be right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of those. That's 5, and 2 is a half. So 5.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5.5 walls. Okay. So we need to come down 5.5. Where does that put us? Right into the water, I bet. 1, yep, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Ooh, floating. Perfect. Actually, that's a good height, too. Alright, we could even come down. Oh, let's come down right to the water. Yeah, that should be good right there. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a half. Which then puts this here. which then puts getting over to here. Let's see here. How different are we? Let's see. Ooh. You're quite a bit different, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're 2 stairs at least. Let's see. Yep, you are. You are 2 stairs. Okay. And that's the top of our building. So which we could then... do we want to put that back there? No, yeah, right about there, maybe. We gotta come out some. And we're gonna make these smaller. Alright. Well, you know what, Joe, I'm gonna agree with you, and I'm gonna bring up a point though. Right now, our legacy parts are blurry, and they don't look very good actually. Why they didn't keep them around is beyond me. I think that would have been, you know, a smart thing to do. But, you know, who am I? I am no one. All right, let's go. All right, you're going to get out of here for now. All right, we know it's a 2-stair drop. We'll figure out how to deal with that afterwards. So the curve is now going to start. Okay, so if that's our top and bottom, then this should be our first curve, right? And then this should be, oh, please tell me you're not on the water. Oh, fork. Maybe we are too high. All right. Am I going to slosh? Fork. Okay, we're going to come up. I was hoping we could use that overhang there. I'm going to do something different with that, because we're going to have 2 separates. We're going to have a deck, and then I'm going to have, I think, something here into that underwater area, but I'm not 100% on that. That's not necessarily going to happen. All right, so we need to come up. All right, so what if we put you here, and then you here? No, you're touching the water right there. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. All right, that's good enough. That allows us to put in support. That should end up being roughly where we want. Now we just got to see how the curve looks next to it, though. That's the problem. And I want to kind of close these a little bit closer. I don't want as much of an open from left to right on the window on this one. This one I want to change just a hair. Now, we also have to figure out again, like, All right, so that doesn't touch the water on this side. Whether it touches on the other side is to be determined, but it looks like we should be okay. All right. I'm wondering if I should come back. I just don't know. Yeah, we got to come back a little bit. That back wall. The back wall on this one is going to be a little bit different. We're going to flatten that out. We're going to put the curve in. I just don't want... Yeah, I can see that's where that is. Okay, so that's decent. We might be cutting some of this terrain. Not entirely sure. All right, so if you're the back wall over here, see where you cut. Yep, that's what I thought. A little bit. That's not bad. Okay, we're okay with that. We can cut that. That's not bad terrain to mill. Plus, I think our terrain edits on this save are pretty decent. All right, so then that should... We're going to have to halfway this, aren't we, to match that curve? Yes, we are. Okie doke. You gotta do what you gotta do. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That should be coming off of here. Oh, it is. And then that's here. Are you not Argonaut? The Argonauts. Yeah, okay, you are. Okay, never mind. We're good. But we're doing the curve. The curve has to start on this one, and it should curve out there, right? And that's going to be, yeah, that matches. Okay, we're good. We just got to start our curve in the right spot. So we're going to have the window. Oh, shite. Should I go up higher? Should I have the window start here? Maybe? I don't know where to start the turn. That's the problem. This is going to be an experiment in aesthetics. So we're going to take a look and see where we think aesthetically this should go. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. That is our thing. Then 2 down from that should get me the curve at the top. This is going to be, yeah, right? 2 down from our top. Or is it from our top? It's 3 and 1. 3 and 1. Okay, so we got to do that. Wait a minute. So that's our top. That's the top of our curve, right? That's our floor panel. That's the top. So if we say that, then we actually can come up. Or do we want a little bit of gap? I know. It's like, look, unless a number of people asked for it, and I mean a number of people in the building community, not just people who sometimes build, there should be no reason to alter the part, you know. I'm hoping that they will eventually just be like, all right, here, you know, here's everything. Have fun. We're done. Here's our new game. Now we need to concentrate on that more. We'll still play with this one, but not as intense. So if I do that there, the curve's going to come up curve around and end. Should be right at the end of that one. Okay. Do we want to back this in? Or we need to have, what, 3? Total of 4, I think. Because we're going to halfway that back so that we get the dual, because it looks better. We'll do the back side. That'll give us this curve. So take this, basically, and turn it this way. So the curve is now going to be here. Part of me is thinking cantilever, mill out terrain, say screw it. But part of me is thinking rooftop garden on these. So landing pads on those upper ones. Rooftop gardens here. Hell, I could probably even bring the terrain over. Try that little trick, see if that does anything. So we have rooftop garden, garden fountain, artwork, 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 or, other, something. Artwork, artwork. Then over here, down at the end, I want to do something. Try to make a natural water garden, but like our current things that we use when we're not near water. And then some sort of power plant. Maybe another building over here. Or just something cool to walk through. Oh yeah, I know what I could do in there. Maybe a little experience to walk through. Or swim through. Maybe we could try something underwater. I haven't built underwater in a long time. Oh. I'm going to have to do a lot of exploration. I got to keep some things a surprise. But from my earlier mini exploration, I'm remembering something that's giving me an idea in remembrance of an old thing I did, an old build of mine. But being able to maybe do a revisit of it, at least one of the ideas. And actually now I can do the whole thing the way I need to do it because I know how to do the lighting. Okay, we need a little bit of a breather because I'm just kind of like, we're looking at the same crap here. So let's go look at our other one just for size reference. Oh, that's dope. This is what's making me think of my straight window through the whole thing. Then hiding all this, I want to keep this part open, I think. Part of me is thinking that. The other part of me is thinking no. But it is kind of nice. We could throw a nice little, come out here, do a nice little stone trail out to something, a little hidden gem maybe out in here or something. Another fountain, a place where there's no water. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. That's the best way to do it. All right, let's go take a look at our smaller areas. Try and get a remembrance of what we did. Oh, yeah, the window height is going to be a little different. Yep, okay. So we'll just start with our top and then figure out where we want to make our bottom, where the curve is, where the shape and all that. Alright, we can start sparing some parts we're going to need to. Alright. Let's get this out of here for now. Oh yeah, that's right. These are locked. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Just trying to grab a couple of pieces because this is my kaleidoscope save. And we know that. And I'm not going to totally kill this yet because I may end up doing something with it. But I figured... You know... Grab a couple of spare parts. Close this floor up. Wonder if that'll help render it. I doubt it, but we'll try it. Because that's the biggest problem. And I wonder if it's because these floors aren't rendered, so it's having trouble dealing with that kind of thing. Alright, so we have 2 windows. 1, 2. Okay, so we got a natural split. We don't have our middle like we do here. So this is our natural split. We're putting a window there, and then upside down. Oh, yay. That one's a pain, but we'll do it. All right. So how many across are we on this one? We are 4 or 5. Looks like 5. Oh, we are an indeterminate amount. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of sort of like what I got going here, you know what I mean? But see how we got 2 floors that's high enough for a second floor, which is cool. I just got to figure out the stairs. A spiral staircase might be the way to go on some of this. So it's kind of I want to continue with this theme, at least on the 2 pods I'm about to start. So, and that's a crossover one. Oh, that's right. So, or is that a single? That's a single. Yeah. Okay. So 1. Actually, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 across. All right. And that should be where we do, yeah, so on the 4th one in. Okay, got it. Is where we're doing our curvature. All righty. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm doing a lot of garden stuff here, so the light makes the most sense. And it makes this very soothing, calming environment. The issue is, oh! And I built one first. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to delete all of these, and then we'll put in our entrance one, and then we'll add those in later. Actually, yeah, that's right. I didn't do that. So what I'll do is I will delete all of these, and then I'll put our entrance one, the one we'll actually use, because that one's going to lock the interior. I was hoping it would just spit me out, but no, that's right in the middle. I could put a short-range teleporter in there, though. That might actually be kind of neat. Like, you end up there, and then boom, like, what the hell? You know? And then all of a sudden you pop into some other area. That might actually be kind of not a bad idea. All right. The trap. I know now I kind of almost don't want to rebuild these. I have to anyway. I got to put the garden in, which means unless I forget and I put these in and then, although it's a good idea to build your entrance one first. But yeah, that was relatively perfect, man. Like, that's a great little trap. Hey, why don't you warp right here? Why don't you warp right over to my base? Boop. Uh-oh. I'm running out of nip-nip. All right, what did I say? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, and each one starts on the 4th, right? We just need to figure out where we want our curve to start. That's going to be the tricky part. Do I want this gap, or do I want to bring it up higher? I kind of want it near the water, though, you know what I mean? And then with the garden, no, and we'll put trees and shit. Okay, all right. I think we're actually pretty good right here. How far over are you, though? And you're 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, 4 by 4. Okay, I can live with that. Right? Wait a minute. Where are you? Get me all confused. Okie dokie. Let's try it. All right, so if this is the top, our curve will be here. Or do we want it to come here? That's my question. I didn't want this flat on the ground. I wanted it cantilever. I wanted to, to keep it. We'll put postings in. All right, let's try it. I mean, what the hell, right? So, I think it's 2 down from the top, and then 1 and 3, if I remember correctly, but we'll go measure. And we don't have to do the same thing. We could do whatever the hell we wanted here. I just kind of want it a little bit closer, but at the same time, I want to try and match that. If we squeeze it together, it's kind of too tight. Sounds like a good idea, to be honest. I think I will get a bowl too. Oh, yeah. Hey, Andre, what's going on? How you doing? It's Andre Vandal. Vandal, rather, excuse me. Vandal Industries. All right. Okie dokie. Let's see what we get. Excuse me. And of course, we're going to need our trusty wire. Okay. And of course, now we're going to have to 2, 3, 4. That's why I'm so confused. All right, here we go. So this is going to be up. Man, I was on YouTube this morning, doing my morning routine, watching a little YouTube, and this cat, Uncle Roger, oh my God, this Chinese guy, or Malaysian, I think, he's wicked funny. He's a cook, and Uncle Roger, he like bagging on Gordon Ramsay, and he doesn't like this other celebrity chef. I can't think of his name, but he's pretty funny. Yeah, and there's our top. A little bit different. We'd probably come up. I'd say we could go up one. Yeah, let's go up one. Fun to see him review other people's rice cooking. Yeah, all right, so you know him, Andre. Yeah, he's really funny. Uncle Raja, his accent and everything, and because he actually like turns it on, more. He's actually got a relatively Americanized speaking voice at this point. I mean, you can still hear a bit of his, true accent, but when he gets into Uncle Roger, it's a whole different persona. I've got them critters running around too. I'm a little worried about them. I was almost going to try to see if I could figure out whether or not there's a way I could incorporate them. Ah, son of a biscuit. Excuse me. Jamie Oliver is the other one. He can't stand that guy as a chef, I guess. I mean, I'm sure it's, you know, it's all fun and games, but I forgot, writing up. I forgot to do the up. That's better. Yeah. I mean, I could go. It's just I'm digging how it's going to end up by the water. And then I think with the garden and everything on the roof, we're going to have a nice rooftop garden. On these, put landing pads on these. Maybe even, yeah, well, we'll figure that out after. Rooftop garden on here, which will then, you know, and we're also going to have, you know, some support beams here, so it's not just floating here. You know, we're going to have some struts coming down. I mean, I could. See, now I'm thinking maybe instead have it be here. You know what I mean? I just like the idea of it by the water. I don't know why. You know, but we could. No, we still need to. You know, but. What am I going to do? But yeah, no, if I bring the building up high enough for that, then it's not going to work. So that doesn't work. Okay, so. What are you thinking, Kevin? You don't know what you're thinking. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. Rooftop garden could meet here, but then the height of it's going to be way off. Take care, Andre. Thanks for stopping in. Hiya! Uncle Roger. I gotta hear him before I can imitate his voice. I gotta hear him again. But, you know, then forbid I'm, you know, like, no, I'm imitating somebody, you know, why is that person? I mean, you know, I hate this world right now. It's so stupid. Makes zero sense. All right, if I come down here, and then if we have this be our top, you know, the roof ends up here. All right, let's try that. And then a rooftop garden, because that's going to be, I think this is going to be glass right across here. We're going to put a piece of glass here. This is going to be closed off if I can achieve it. Same with this. Or, screw that. That would be the hard way to do it. What I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to do, you know, do the curve using this as my curvature, and I'm going to have to try to follow this, or I'm going to have to go a bunch of manual placement. Either way, it's not going to be fun. You out of here, Wild Bear? Alrighty, take care. Alright, let's try it here and see. And it actually looks like I actually want to start it here, but then we're going to get a really short. It's going to be really. No, that's okay. It's alright. Alright. just want it by the ground. By the water. Line it up. Get it right. Do it once. Hopefully. And it's always kind of hard to tell, you know what I mean? Am I flat? Am I straight? Part of it does look straight, other parts don't. You know, you think you're parallel, and then you're not. Oh, idiot. That needs to come down. I'm in the wrong spot. Yeah, I think it needs to start with the floor start stuff. Alright, so that needs to come down. 1. 2. For that. Oh, no, wait. Where's our... Yeah, that's our... What is this? Oh, that's our other level. Okay. If we don't like this one. I think... okay, so here's my dilemma. Alright? Help me out. If I start the curve up here, then where it ends is going to be floating above the water. High. Like, you know, we're going to be, you know, more like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More like here. So the you know, the room will be here to about here. Okay, so the curve will here and here. Right? But that curve should roughly start, you know, just a little bit of a gap here. So we're going to have that here. But then, you know, we then have to do the same thing we did here, where I'm now going to have to come down again, bump, bump, bump to another layer, bump, bump, bump down to some sort of dock, where I could have this where, you know, the room when you're looking out is right on the water. If you have multiple base terminus, how do you make the one? Okay, it's the first one you build. It's the simplest way to put it. So before you do your multiples, build one as your entrance. I'm going to mute you for a second. So, sorry about that. Because you're only technically allowed one, the first one you build is the one that gets registered as the usable teleporter. I call it a terminus for some reason. I don't know. That's where I'm like, this is where I'm, hold on, because I don't want to start building and then realize, you know what I mean? So, The question is, do I want this other pod floating basically just above the water, or do I want it higher, and then create, another, what I could do. Well, there's a billion things I could do. The question is what I want to do. And if you're ever trying to build a tank, these make excellent treads. All right, so that's going to be, and then we get that cantilevered over the side. I think it needs to be higher, as much as I want that. But then what I could do, actually, yeah, okay, bring those up higher, then another set of stairs down, come instead of from the center, which would then go to the rooftop garden. On top of the rooftop garden would be an SRT, which would get you inside, right? Once you're inside, there could be a connecting bridge between the two of them, keeping it simple and not overdone. Just a simple straight bridge, like just a connecting part, maybe using a freighter walkway. Then, on either side, come down again on each side, do a small round pod. So it kind of makes almost a pyramid sort of shape or triangular shape, because that's sort of what this is doing here in terms of the terrain, right? We got a high spot in the middle and it slopes down on either side. And then those two pods we could turn in at a slight angle. Those would be like guest houses, right? Little guest houses. You pull up your nautilin and book, get all your stuff unpacked. It's a little resorty, maybe a little resort art gallery, right? So maybe a couple little cabin-y style ones, which we have the small one for reference. Yeah. It'd be like a pyramid with the top cut off, which makes sense because that's what this is, That's a possibility. So yeah, so if we come off here, we make our top set higher. And that's a nice rooftop garden. So yeah, we come back so we're outside. It's a nice outside bit. We got the fountain. We walk down. We have a little platform here with maybe, something on here, but doubtfully. Just keep it open, simple. Maybe some potted plants, something like that. Then that rolls over with a little, actually, we could make a different connector. Then we do a little bridge over here, gunk, right? That brings us to a rooftop garden on both sides. An SRT somewhere at the end of that, boom. That brings you inside, boom. Now we're inside, we can walk to each side. Walk over here, then we come down, another set of flight of stairs, dun, 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 which brings us, and then out a little bit, and then we have a little pod here. Yeah, so as you're kind of coming in, and we could have some other little funky areas here too, just for fun, but trying to get the main section done, So Okay, I think. So higher, then one lower. Yeah, let's do some, let's get, I want to go a little mixture of style for me. Something I don't normally do. We might end up getting into some wood. Using wood. Maybe, wood and stone, maybe. We're always doing, except for the main building, because I want a little bit of, or maybe a mixture. I know it's not really smart always to mix, but yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I don't. All right, let's stop babbling and let's do something. All right. Let's figure out where we want to put this crap. Once we get one, then we should be all right. And then we'll just got to do all the crap work. And I don't have too much longer. I do have a busy ass day tomorrow. I'm going to be hurting by the end of the day. Thankfully, I am going to have a week off. All right, so if I do it here, it's going to stick out. So we're going to go on the third one. We want these a little smaller. Up and right, or wait, yeah, right and up, right up. Ah, son of a biscuit. I hate that, man. I hate missing my glitch. It's like you spend all this time getting it like where you want it, right? And then it's like, no, you're not going to be dealing that. Needs to come down. Yeah, but if I do that, then where's that other one end up if I do the third? It's a small... Alright, let's go on the fourth. Alright. Instead of the third, we're going to go on the fourth. It's a little wider than I wanted. I mean, I could half step it. Do I really want to? No. Could we? Of course we could. That's our wall. That's our height. We'll deal with our floor afterwards. Okay. So this is we're going to come down here. We're going to walk on top. That's our garden, our rooftop garden, right? This is our front. That should, where's it going to bring us back to, though? That becomes a problem. All right. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, we're okay. Does it become a problem? No, because we're where? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's actually not bad. That'll roll here, which will be right about there. Okay. No. I think we're okay. All right, so now let's try that one more time, shall we? And then up. Man, the one cool thing though, one of the few cool things about my job going into other people's homes is they're awesome pets. Like I get to meet a lot of cool dogs and cats and stuff. There's some really great pooches today. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. So just for now, so I don't confuse myself. 4. All right. The freighter stairs are so much longer, though, aren't they? Back up. All right, screw it. No, because I want to kind of, yeah, it'd be cool to get your Nautilin to go underneath it. Yeah, no, okay, all right, yeah. You know, I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore the man behind the curtain. All right, so now we need to figure out. All right, so here's height on that. And then what is it from here? It's, what we say? 5.5? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So we're not too much further away than I thought we were. This needs to stay. You're going to come out this way, which we will then 45 you. But we'll figure out where you need to actually be afterwards. Okay. And how many across should we say? 4? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we got a pod there, a pod there. We'll figure that out. All right, it's gonna be a little weird. Maybe we'll do 3 pods here. 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, you can always tell the minute you walk in, hey, Tamara, what's going on? How you doing? Oh, I didn't see you sneak in there. You can always tell how the owner's going to be by the pet. Dude, and today, man, you know, it's always the poorest clients that offer stuff like beverage or coffee or a tip at the end, you know, which we're not allowed to take. And it's always the real rich ones that are like, you know, you're taking up my time. You know, it's like, man, although I can always tell when someone who's super wealthy who earned it, as opposed to inherited or came into it, because you can tell they're more normal. Then it's like, then they're offering you bev and they're offering you a tip at the end, and they're doing all that stuff. Um, but I always found it kind of weird like that. All right, so then we'll half step this in. We'll put in our second one. Then I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this yet because we're right up against the rock. So what I'm probably going to do is we're going to build a wall on that one. We're going to do a solid wall, maybe with like a little skylight up at the upper part, so the light comes in from the top. And then, enclose, where the terrain is here, which, you don't want to be looking at dirt. Unless I can maybe, I could do, no, that'd be a pain in the arse. We got to be careful too. Like the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm actually going to have a circular thing kind of coming down here, and then that'll be, maybe something else as well, but it'll help, kind of support. Or if I don't have the circular thing, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to box it in and then, do something to kind of hide the crap we need to hide. I don't know. Anyway, I got it lost on another tangent, and I was going off on the pets and the people. You can always tell how the pet's going to be by the person, is where I was going to be, and vice versa, and how the person is going to be by the pet. Like the dogs we met today were super cool, super chill, trained, didn't jump, you could tell, they wanted just like a ton of affection. They were like, hey, who are you? Oh, I want to meet you. Oh, I'm going to come over and slobber all over you, all right? And so, all right, so there's that. So our next one, why do I always think it's, all right, let's go do a measurement. And we don't have to be, but I want this to, sit. I mean, we could make a tall version, we don't have to make a squat. We could do something very different, but just by changing the height, All right, so this, to get to the bottom, is 1 and 3. Okay. And then if we, and just because I know I'm eventually going to fall right through that, so we should be able to go on here, 1, 2, and 3, and then, just because it's right here, 1, and then that should go here, and then we should be able to where'd my wire go? Right there. Perfect. Ish. No, that's good. Yeah, no, we're right where we need to be. All right. All right. So we got our level. Perfect. And the nice thing is we can just carry this shit across. We don't gotta measure out again. Skank Biscuit with the £5 super chat donation. Higgs, what is going on, homie? How are you doing? Good to see you guys. 07 the Skang for the £5 donation, y'all. And welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Itchy leg. Itchy leg. Itchy leg. Which means it's going to get cold and the air is drying out. I can feel it already. And my air conditioner is already in the window because it had to be. It's supposed to get down to like 30 tonight. Which means I'm going to wake up chilly. All right, so we got that. Let's just put this in and see if we need to. Let's see here. And we're going to do the down one first instead of the left. That way we can get that out of the way. Being the more difficult one to get positioned. Well, you betcha. All right, so then it's left and down. Okay. I'm skinny. I get cold easy. Plus I'm a smoker, which doesn't help. Down. Left and down. I can't tell if that's freaking horizontal or not. Looks a little off to the right there, but it looks a little left. Sure, why not? A tartan blanket on your lap right now. I swear you don't. I don't. I got a sweatshirt hanging on the back of my recliner. It's got skulls on it. And left. Uh, 48 hours of summer. Yeah. Yeah, we had an early-ish feeling summer here. All right, so then bazinga bazanga. I'm thinking I need to go in onto the third. Yep, I need to squeeze that in. We need to make it smaller. Oh, permajizzle? I bet you. Oh, I hate that when it's right into your... I know exactly what you mean. That feeling, right? And you're freaking... You just can't shake it. Your bones feel cold. I get you. I live in New England, and we're notorious for some cold. Not as bad as Canada and Maine and the upper states, but I think we need to squeeze that in. I think that needs to go on the third one. Yeah, I think that needs to come in. I just wanted to see it full. We also need to center those floor panels, but that's a whole other story. We'll do that afterwards. Because that's all offset. You can see it with the walls. But what I'll do is I'll center the floors, boom, and then go from that. You know what I mean? Right now there's 2 floors in between, and it's not quite centered, and blah, blah, blah. So what I'll do is I'll split the floor and get it centered. As you can see, how they, and I should, I'll deal with all that afterwards. We'll see where everything lands, and we'll bring it all forward. That is later crap. All right, I think I need to squish this in, and instead of coming off the far panel, I think we need to come out from the 2 inner panels instead, and that's going to bring us in tighter. It's going to make for really small gardens, but that's okay, because that's not a bad idea. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Unfortunately, that means redoing all of this. But it looks like I've been on for 3 hours. So, I'm sure you don't want to see more of me doing the exact same thing I've just been doing for the past 3 hours. Although, it has been different, and we are going to have to move this in. It needs to be squashed. So we're going to squash that in. So from now on, we're going to go from these, and that should bring us to where we want to be. Encore, encore. All right, I'll do a little bit longer. I'll go for a little bit more. Yeah, I can go another hour. I can do another hour. Let's do another hour. All right, because tomorrow is going to be a long day at work, and I am not looking forward to it. All right, so that means I need to then do what? I gotta, first we gotta do this, because I know every single time I don't, I end up with a base computer. Looks parallel. Is it? We don't know until we do it. Am I in the upper deck? I don't remember. Shit. I think I am. Son of a biscuit! That freaking drives me insane. It's like, oh yeah, there it is. It's perfect. It's exactly what you need. And glitch is missed. There we go. Let's try it again. It's going to be a little bit different in shape, but that's okay. Just so habit to go back into the building menu, and then you're going to come back out to this. Like, I wish once you had it there, you know, and it was still red stated, it would, you know, turn into what you needed instead of a base computer again, you know? Like, I hate the fact that it defaults to the base computer. I think that's one of the worst things possible. I mean, maybe they had to do it in order to allow us to do some other things, and then, of course, you know, it is what it is, but... Because if I cache this now and I build it again, I'm going to get a base computer. That should give us our first ring. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. See, now that fits more in... Oh, shit, no, it needs to be moved over one. Damn you. No, screw you, you don't. I'm going to have to move that to level it out. That one needs to be rotated some. That's a little leaning. Okay. Right side needs to be redone. But I think that fits much better than it did. I wish I was in Japan with my brother. That would be awesome. Oh man, that would have been killer. Granted, our friend Andres would have been losing his mind. Ah, son of a biscuit. What the hell? I did all the right stuff. Is my inventory full? No. Alright. I was about to be like, alright. I hate having this much freaking steps to get one freaking piece in. Alright. Once the framework's done, we're fine. Yeah, of course, now it's tilted too far that way. You son of a... Ooh, I need a holiday, like a real holiday. Anytime, T. I got all of next week off. You're How do you know? It wasn't. Yeah. Yeah. So next week. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, birthday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I should have free-ish. There are a couple things I need to do. I need to take a drive. Hopefully my brother will be back from Japan near that time. And I will go visit him. You better be right this time. There it is. There it is. Perfect. See? Patience, persistence, and aggravation will get you far building a No Man's Sky. And that time I was holding my tongue in the right position. In the dead tooth on the left back side of my lower jaw. All right. Let's do a little... What the hell are you doing over here? You shouldn't be there. What are you doing there? You can't be in there. I should probably put the landing pad down then. Nah. Need to take this center section and move it down into the middle. Fuck. But turn it. I don't know. I don't know about this one, guys. I don't dig this. I'm not digging it. It does need to be wider. Or what I'm going to have to do is... Yeah, there it is. We're going to do one long version, separated with something else. Or what I could do, which might be interesting, is do the same curve here, right? But put it here, boom, and then it ends here, and then have a straight part do that, so we have a double, yeah, I didn't like that. That did not look good to me. It was going to look like, I don't know. No, and I agree with you, Elizabeth. No, I know. I mean, this is, at least we got the upper building. The upper building's done, except for the closures and everything else that goes inside it. But the structure itself is done. All right, let me think about this for a minute. This is a crap part. Yeah, that's not going to work like that. What if I do two buildings, then a separate little walkthrough weirdo kaleidoscopy thing underwater? Save my other idea for another build. I know Shin had an underwater part, but I don't think T did. I don't remember T's. No, T's was all on ground. That's right. And then Shin had some water. Or was it Hellboy that had water? Somebody had a water bit. It might have been Shin. Alright, so... how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I could go completely wackadoo crazy. Freaking put a custom-sized window at this end. Start the next. Okay, because if I do that in the same spot, the curve's going to come in. It's going to create kind of a weird crescent moon. Ooh, it would create a kind of a crescent moon shape, which then we could use our big crescent moon sign. I was hoping... damn it. Damn it! Damn it, Jim. I'm a tattoo artist, not an architect. I'm a doctor, not an architect. What if I... wait a minute, what if I did something really dumb? Change the look of that altogether. So then we take that curve, put it, box it. Almost like we did the tall one in the other site. Alright, we either need... alright, something's not right here. It's either that or it comes down to a deck. Alright, so... yeah, the pods aren't going to work because, yeah, we have this. Now it's going to cantilever over that. I think if we go from there to there and spam that, yeah, and that gives us a nice wide open space for big stuff. Fuck, alright, yeah. Alright, so we're going to try something completely different and new now. Fork. Alright, if that's a 3x3, that should go in the middle. Alright, we're going to try a whole different... we're going to do something completely different here. Jesus, why didn't I just stop my stream when I said I was going to? Gotta come up with this. Alright, and we're losing streamers anywhere, people in chat, so... I think Delta's on. We'll raid Delta when I'm done. One. So this should be it. So if I go... if I go... use that, do that, do this, do this, do that, do this, do that, do another thing, add some stuff, jump up and down on one leg, spin around in circle 3.5 times. So here, and we'd have to find a center point. Oh, that's going to be fun. So where's our reference going to be? Our dot is there-ish. It's right in that center bit. And where is everybody? The top of that line to that. Top of the nub to the shadowy bit. Okay. Sure. Oh, wait, and that... No, because this has to be down here. Because we're not curving. All right. So if the edge of that is kind of halfway sort of there, and I hope this is the right way. If it's not, we're screwed. Well, no, we're not screwed. We just got to redo it. And that's not really fun either. And that goes to that. It looks appropriate-ish. But I can't tell if I'm even left to right. That's my other issue. And we're gonna just try it. It's gonna be the wrong way, isn't it? Nope. Okay, control, and that ooh, that's short. Needs to go lower. It needs to come in. Okay, that's a short wall. So, what if we bring that right to the same area? As our other thing. So 3x3 that is not. Okay. So now instead what we'll do is we'll bring it to our same reference point as our curve. And we'll do that. And it's still too high. Okay, so we're going to have to bring that down, but it overlaps. This might actually be a better way to line this up. Ah, you son of a biscuit. Yep. That means I got to turn that one. All right, so there's our bottom one. We're going to have to do a whole mess of different stuff now, damn it. No. No. Not you. I know that's been what we've been usually doing, but no. You're up here now. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's... Damn it. Yeah, it's you, actually. That's exactly what I wanted, but I was not paying enough attention. Boom, 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 boom. And boom, and where are we now? Lower. Thank goodness it's this one. Alright, so we're still going to keep this where we are. And we're going to have to figure out reference for our new thing. Son of a... Because that does not go 3x3. It goes like... It actually looks like I need to go more in the halfway point on that. Truly. Alright, so that's flatter. That's better. Okay. And now, let's figure out where this is going to need to go. And it's all that frickin' up. Damn it. It's going to be such a pain in the ass to figure this out. And up and down, it doesn't really matter, actually, on that. I should have done a better exploration on where that was actually sitting. but it looked more of a halfway point. So I'm wondering if I go, say, here, and we got to go lower. So what? Oh, down to here? Yeah, why not, I guess. So, what if we bring you down to this line and did that? Well, that's better. Okay. Yeah, we could do the bump up. I'm all right with that. We could probably come down a little bit more. That is, and then we have another problem, don't we? That, because we're, well, not really. So it's just more of a question of lining this up. That is our big deal. So that, yeah, see, the center of this is more in line now here with this, so that's good. This would have to turn again. This actually comes out pretty good. You know, that's pretty freaking level and flat, right? That looks pretty decent. So really what we're doing now is we're putting this in first. Son of a biscuit. Making sure that's flat and level. Then we're going to have to go in and put the curve in afterwards. Oh, goody. And we got to remember to drop that short wall. All right, so this needs to be put in between. So that's a halfway point. Okay. That we need to remember. This is going to be a nightmare. So it's got to start with the bottom row, then the top row. So this is going to be placement nightmare. Yippee-ki-yay. But I think we'll be better off because the upper part probably won't get noticed as much. I gotta tilt it. I gotta bring it up. See, but the curve isn't, does you know what I mean? The curve, like, that's flat, believe it or not. It's a curve, so it's not, it doesn't, yeah, it's wacky. I'm gonna have to just match that, which is a freaking pain. That's gonna be like a lot of freaking wacky placement. I mean, shit. I could, you know what I could do? That would probably make my life a shite ton easier. Is I could flip up that floor panel, thicken that up to match the thickness of what we already have by turning a floor panel sideways, taking a short wall and stacking them. Granted, it won't match, but this is a nightmare. So I need to kick that up, which means I need to turn that to the right a little bit, or down in this instance. I need to have that actually be down. So if that's level, then I actually need to kick it down a hair in order to bring that to be level with that. Not that much, okay, but see what I mean? So I am going to have to finagle this piece here in order to match this piece here. What have I got myself into? And if we look here, we can tell we're pretty freaking even, you know? Maybe a little bit higher on this end. And again, unfortunately, I cannot tether this. If I could tether it, we'd be in a way better shape. And then I could get this level perfect every time. Well, 98.9%. There's a little bit of leeway with the tether, but it's still better than this. You on your T's? Oh, or Shin. Mine is on. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh, Shin had a T or Higgies. Yeah. All right. So if that is the case, if that's technically level, right? A little bit pitched down, I can see it, but yeah, a little bit better. I would live with that. It's already one of the things I don't like about it already is how this is. I'd have to actually find the perfect spot for this so that this meets here, because when you see the fold over, it's much more noticeable. Yeah, I mean, I like this, but if I simply did. Yeah, even that's not, but thicker than a floor panel. Although we could just do that. And that kind of covers that, I guess. I mean, I'd rather do the other thing, but it's too. It's too much of a. It's too much of a risk. It's never gonna. I'm never gonna be able to get everything to be flat without a lot of frustration. More frustration than I want to deal with. So that turns into a kind of a no scenario. All right. Because I need a little bit more room. This isn't quite I mean, I suppose it is, but it needs more. We need another building at least. It's an interesting crossover. Filling it would be a pain, but we could figure it out. Actually, I know exactly what I would do with that. We could do a crossover here. But I think what we would need to do here is this would actually have to come in instead of out. So we would take this, and instead of there, maybe here. Alter this building a little bit. So maybe here instead. It's interesting. All right, let's go back one. Or do we want to just go back a half? No, we don't want to go back a full. Where was I on that one? Was I here? No, it had to have been here, but yeah, here and forward, okay. So I either need to do here. Out of here, T. All right, take care, bro. Well, I can't wait to see it either, and hopefully we'll get there. It might be a little bit, you know me. It takes me a little bit to figure all this stuff out, but you know, once we get there, we're usually all right. All right. Last thing, and then I got to get some dinner in me. I'm starving. I got a long ass day tomorrow. I am not looking forward to it on any level. It's going to be a cluster of a day. And that's going to tell me I've had enough. Okay, we've had enough. All right, we're getting somewhere. Where is the question? But we are definitely getting somewhere. It's a start. All right. Yeah, I need some food. All right, let's. I know there's only 5 of us here, but let's do a raid for Delta One, I believe. So we're gonna see what happens this week in terms of me streaming. We're definitely going to be doing our usual Sunday, although this Sunday is going to be a little different because I got plans. I'm going to go see Michael Winslow, best known from the Police Academy movies, the guy who made all the noises. Makes all the crazy noises. So he's going to be at my friend's movie theater, where I hooked up my PlayStation to the movie theater screen before. And that was a lot of fun. So keep that notification bell rung. You know what to do. You all know. You all smart. Until next time, let's go raid Delta One. I don't know if you, Zabs, if you got a link, you can. Yeah, I don't have all that stuff put together yet. When I get my computer, you'll be able to do the, redeems and all that fun stuff. It'll take me a while to figure it out, but we'll get there on that as well. So at least head over to Delta One if you know Delta One. I think everybody here knows Delta One, so I don't think we need to drop a link, but if we can, let's do that. Other than that, I do want to say thank you all for hanging out, keeping me company while we were trying to figure. Thank you, Zabs. Totally appreciate that. Zabs just dropped the link for Delta One. Totally appreciate all the time and stuff that y'all put in hanging out with me while we figure this out. So, until next time, you know who this has been. It's been me, Kevin C., here at Action Pants Gaming. Wishing all of you out there in the No Man's Skyverse a little bit of love, peace, and starship grease. Get those action pants on, get out there, and start building some wild and wacky stuff. Take care, y'all, and head on over to Delta One with our little mini raid. All right, y'all, take care now.